What is going on? I clearly missed something big because I leave, put the baby down, and we had the ball, and then all of a sudden come back. They got the ball 3rd and 11. No idea what's going on, but big game. Obviously, massive implications for Kentucky football and what the outcome is here. Defense has looked great in another sack. They're going to have to punt and hope they can get a stop. 4 minutes left. How we feeling? Being completely mixed emotions, right? Gotta want to win it. Got a massive road win against the SEC. 10.5 point underdog. But then what does that mean for Stoops' future? Does this save him with the Florida game coming up? It definitely saves him for one more week. Let's see if I can get some folks in there.
The only thing better than Thanksgiving is deep fried.
Also, ESPN app trying to navigate all these games outside of not having YouTube TV, complete garbage. This thing sucks. If you look up Fubo TV, Fubo TV, if you get a subscription, it comes with ESPN Unlimited with it. So if you got YouTube TV, you might want to go ahead and cancel that junk and look at Fubo. I know I'm looking at that tomorrow. What in the world is going on? Come on, Cutter, put this game away. Nothing stupid. You got to lean on a run game. Don't be afraid to use Cutter's leg either, bully. Or handy. Auburn is not scored by the DJs tonight. Got a bully and the Kentucky offense back to work. He's been efficient in the second half. It's a good run, Seth. Turn this chat on. You gotta lean on Seth. Lean on Seth. He's a literal cheeseburger running the football. Looks for contact, wants to strain your defense. Doesn't have a care in the world about trading things with somebody. He was made for moments like this. Just put me in the mood for some charcuterie. Slow it down. Fantastic last night. You missed out. Snap this thing with. Bully will go under center. 3-4 seconds left. Yep. Oh, they're passing it. Oh no. Why in the world? Oh, he fumbled. Can I get that ball? 2nd and 6, we're running some play action passing nonsense. Why even put it in that position? He got hit when he threw it, but wow. And Stoops with the lucky break. Cutter with the lucky break. A great hustle play, but whoever made that tackle. Let's see this. Look at that. The freshman with a big play. Wow. Cameron Miller, what a play. Special.
was the one that recovered it as well. Think about all the tough losses this season for Auburn. Oklahoma, Georgia, Missouri in overtime. And just when it looked like they had the ball back with a chance to get back in on the pressure from Kelvin Fong, they give it right back.
But when the history books are written, Tom, that individual play may be what's placed in there to describe this season for the Auburn.
Yep, that's a game ball play right there, man. That's special from that kid.
Illegal play in the game against Oklahoma.
Just hand the ball off. Let's not do anything stupid.
Towards the 2-minute timeout.
Here we go. Look at that. Seth just falls forward for 4 or 5. Like, that's just, let's do it again. We're starting to call timeouts. They'll have. We got 4 essentially.
That'll give him 27 seconds until the 2-minute timeout. Mark Stoops is at his best, as we've learned, when he's backed into a corner. And they came into this game after getting blown out by Tennessee.
Look at Stoops.
Wondering about
He knows how big this game is.
Well, now they have some very interesting games in their future. They get Florida at home next Saturday night. Non-conference with Tennessee Tech, and a chance to make some noise against the Vanderbilt team that lost today in Texas, and then Louisville.
What do we hear about Mark Stoops all the time? Youngstown guy, right? His brother on the staff, Eric Wolford, his brother Ron actually coached DJ Durkin in high school, who's another Youngstown guy.
You want to know how tough the Stoops brothers were? Ron is 8 years older than Mark. He knocked his tooth out when they were kids. I said, "What you doing?" He goes, "I couldn't go cry to Bob."
Dumb stories.
Dad didn't hear it. Long time coaching Cardinal Mooney.
Yep, right back to it.
It's like he was born into a den of wolves. A younger brother.
Look at that. Fell forward for 3 more.
Taking to stop the clock again.
At worst, you make them burn all their timeouts. Kick the ball. Offense hasn't got any movement. Just Stoops has played this. Hamden's played this thing as a play clock game, most of it, except for that couple stupid shots down the field. Yeah, you're right, Jansen. That's what it was. Talk about that earlier. This is the Turd Bowl. Whoever lost this game was on the hot seat, and then the other one saved their job for at least a week. Let me see it.
Could you build that as real momentum heading into the offseason and next season, potentially for Stoops and company?
Well, I think the question is, can you make it to the offseason, right? And you can get those wins to do so. And with Connor Bowling, the Kentucky-born quarterback who bleeds blue, you have an opportunity to build something special.
First down here, kills it. Seals it right here. Why would you do that and stop the clock? That makes 0 sense, man. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't matter. He just bought him of 2 free timeouts.
That's a little bit of life injected into this Auburn football team late in this game.
And Bowling has been off over the course of the night.
Hey, Jansen, check your DMs if you got a time. Hop on, brother. Shot you the link.
Auburn have a chance to come out to a plot, but don't get it. And a fair catch has scored at the 9. Let's take a look at our high-speed highlights brought to you by T-Mobile 5G Home Internet.
Oh, my goodness.
This Kentucky defense has been fantastic. The way that they have a line, the way that they have brought pressure, shown pressure, and then just honestly individual effort. Been able to fight through double teams, win one-on-one. Bradwell came in, exactly how he wanted to attack.
All right, y'all, bear with me. I need a 2-minute warning. Cocktail.
Has been excellent in executing that tonight. They got straight with this Auburn offense.
Make this make sense, Ashton Daniels.
I don't believe I can do that for you right now.
Daniels 8 of 16 for 59 yards. He started this game. And he's able to check it down to Hobart Madison, who picks up 12 with a first down. Auburn hasn't lost a game that allowed 10 or fewer points since October of 91, but it lost to Southern Miss 10-9. 2-minute timeout. Ashton Daniels has a chance to be a hero in Eagles tonight.
How's this going to play out? I have no idea. And my camera's all jacked up. You'll see the garage.
Thank our official corporate sponsors for their continued support of our student athletes during every championship season.
Clear your calendar. You can feel the electricity. Time to get a little unhinged for 3 hours. Then start counting down until you do it all again. Welcome to the wild world of college games.
Unlock more sports for one unbeatable price. With unrivaled coverage all year long. Introducing the new ESPN Box One Web.
He's no boring the script.
Might be kind of loud. I feel like our defense has just been too good, dominant all game. Front four's been killing it. They're getting it. Anytime we send any sort of heat on either quarterback, they can't do anything. Auburn's got 2 really good receivers. Coleman's special, but they haven't had any time to get him the football down the field. So I think you just got to keep it up now. Brad White can't get into the conservative drop back, playing 10 yards off the ball defense like we saw Clemson a few years back. His kind of staple in these moments. It's just got to keep what's been working. Do exactly what's been working all game. Made them adjust to it. Neither quarterback has been able to do so.
The Stanley Cup? Yeah, you guessed it. It's here. ESPN.
Here we go. Oh, that was too bad.
College football playoff top 25.
Damn, this game got me. I forgot about the Game 7 of the World Series. 4-2 right now, bottom of the 7th. Georgia Tech losing by 11. Man, ACC getting shook up. There we go. Way to bring pressure. Good. Either one of these QBs are comfortable, man. Stu's wearing his boy out. There we go. Well, we got press at the top. Yeah. Forrest. Oh, my God. JQ. That's a good tackle, though. That's a good tackle. Could have been worse. JQ ain't going to play tight line of scrimmage ever. He just doesn't. He doesn't have that kind of confidence in him. Man, look at that. Look how far he's playing off the sticks. Make a tackle. Yep. Ah, dadgummit. Come on, JQ, buddy. You're going to have to lock in. Don't let him pick on you. Do not let him pick on you. Brad White maybe give him a little help over the top.
Remember, Kentucky is down to Ryan Nichols, starting quarterback. DJ Waller is also still out. Sear Madison getting a rare start, his first of the season tonight at one quarterback spot. Daniels goes deep. It is overthrown and no flag.
Great D, Ty. Yeah, that's not a guy you want to pick on, bub. Ty Bryant do whatever he needs to. Two downs, boys.
I'm not sure it's a catchable football. Number one.
Not even got a shot. They're down 7. Four-man rushing in.
That's a good pickup. He's sitting and sitting and sitting. There we go. The 12 won't let go of the football, man. Helping us out. He had all day. Look, he had heat this dude up. Heat him up. He is not comfortable at all. He's not going to find his hot route. He's not seeing the field. You got to put some pressure on this dude. Make him make a great throw under pressure. Don't sit back and play coverage and let him see the field. Man up. Tight coverage. Send some heat. Why are we so far off the ball in the slot? Oh, he dropped out. Oh, good. Ah, dadgummit. There we go. Good job. Trust yourself, JQ. Hell of a play, buddy. Let's do that all the time, man. More. Oh, sit in 6. Sit in 6. Great call. Great call. You're never going to get that. You're never going to get that call, Mark. You're never going to get that intentional kind of call. Keep wearing him out, though. Why not? He's getting paid. Oh, who is that? A far at the bottom of the screen coming? Ah, shoot. That's all right. Yeah, keep pointing first down. You might want to get to the ball, stupid. Celebrating one play. We good. That's one play. Just keep doing what you've been doing. I ain't trying to survive nothing. Shut up. Just fine.
receivers and back balls down. Decent protection for Daniels that time. The coverage better. There was nowhere to go.
2nd and 10. You have an opportunity to run towards the sideline.
If you decide to do it fairly early, then you get away with it.
You just got to watch him trying to take a shot down the field and get a ticky-tack PI call or something.
It is 2-minute offense. Daniels pressure from behind. Off one footing, completed again.
Keep doing it. Keep doing it. He is not comfortable. His first step is back out of the pocket. He got zero interest in trying to step up and make a throw.
That's the first time tonight, too, that I've seen some visible frustration from Ashton Daniels. Told us stories about his father early in his athletic career, not allowing those things to happen, not allowing him to show that bad body language. But you can imagine the frustration, just not being able to get set up in the pocket.
See if Auburn has a miracle in its pocket. 3rd and 10. First start for Ashton Daniels. They're in the house again.
That's ball game, boys. You ain't getting another snap off.
Sam Green gets there. And the clock is Auburn's biggest enemy now. They have to hustle to get in position. With 3 seconds left, last play of the game. Daniels heaves it towards the end zone. Only catch of the year. The interception. And Stoops in Kentucky come on the road and get a 10-3 win. First league
Man, I don't know what this does for Kentucky's football future, but you still feel good about it, man. Oh, let's go, Cats. Hell of a win. That's some ugly-ass football, but why not? Why not? Hugh Freeze getting fired tomorrow. He might not make it through the evening. Yeah. And Stoops gets it done. Hell of a game. Hell of a game by the defense.
Coach Tom Hart just said this was a Mark Stoops kind of game. You guys have faced adversity all season long. You did in this game. How was your team able to pull this one out on the road?
Just a team effort. So happy, so proud. We've been getting better. We've been up and down. Like a lot of people.
Wow. That's an emotional Mark Stoops on the TV right now.
They hung in there. They believe. They don't flinch. I love them.
7 sacks by your defense tonight. They swarmed Auburn's offense all night. What can you say?
Mark Stoops trying to pull up my heartstrings right now.
Really proud of our defense. We didn't have our best effort a week ago, and we bounced back. And that's the pride that we're looking for. We knew how good their defense was as well. Proud of how they're in this offense and hanging in there, making just enough plays.
Coach, this team has talked so much about the brotherhood that has grown throughout the course of the season. You at the top of that. What does this one mean to you and your career with this program?
It means an awful lot. I can't lie, it's one victory, but we've been through a lot. And it's been a long time, let's be honest. And so it means a lot.
Oh, Mitch Barnhart in the background.
Give me a cry.
I'm not. Congrats, Coach.
Thank you.
Man, Mark. Godly, Mark Stoops. Why are you doing this to me? I enjoyed hating you for the last 2 years, and now you're on TV crying over a win. Make me feel like I've been the wrong one here. Dang. What a win, Cats.
The throw was rushed. Not even enough time to get the Auburn receivers into the end zone. Hail Mary, Hugh Freeze.
Let's go, boys. Now, do we turn to Tennessee hate watching now, especially since the team? I haven't heard from the team. The other folks have ghosted me on here. Coach, stop. Coach, he ain't. I don't. We don't know about an extension yet. There's still a lot of games left. But were you watching? Were you watching that interview? It makes me feel bad, man. I've been out here attacking this man. He's getting emotional on TV. I'm a shitty fan. My hashtag fire Stoops and all this nonsense. Man, I don't know if I want him back next year. I'm just saying I maybe have been a little. Maybe I should have been nicer. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, here I'm trying to figure out this stupid freaking ESPN app. I just want to watch this other game. You can't. Coach is ruthless. Coach is ruthless. Coach, I shot. Oh, maybe I didn't shoot him over the link. Coach, I'm gonna shoot you over the link if you got some time. If you want to jump on, even if it's on the phone. Coming at you hot. Coach might have been watching the World Series, being a baseball guy. I'm surprised he was even locked into the football game. What a win, boys. Oh my goodness. We transitioned over some hey watching. If I could let's see. Wow. Coach, you just posted you don't even have Stoops on your hot seat list. Hot seat list is out. You don't even have it on there. Coach watching both. I don't know how to do that on this. I gotta have the ESPN app on here, and I think the World Series on Fox. No, Tennessee can't lose this game. At home, they did the whole dark mode nonsense. Oklahoma's been spiraling. This game throws them out of the playoff. And that's what they're playing for.
He's taken time a few times tonight to really make late adjustments and not to spend another time out here. Big moment coming up on 3rd and 7 when you come back.
All right, so Kentucky fans watching. I don't know if you watched Georgia, Florida. Florida didn't look half bad. Their deep. My phone card falling. Defense is great. Lagways hit or miss. Run game, this ball kid, pretty special. I don't know how we beat the Florida team I saw play Georgia today, but it was a neutral field. I think this wins gets Kentucky fans back into Kroger for this Florida game. We lose this game, especially if you don't fire Stoops. I think that's an empty stadium. But now you got to win. Florida rivalry. That's gonna be a loud environment, I think. And my plan was to always get down for that Florida game, and I might need to figure out a way to get there next week. I need to look into some flights.
IHG Hotels and Resorts, you can explore the neighborhood. Or live like a local. Unplug for the day. Or plunge into an own weekend. With IHG's 20 hotel brands, you can guess how you guessed.
Today, the best mobile network in the U.S. is T-Mobile. You see millions of real users testing the networks, and T-Mobile sort of opened the can of whoop-up. So text and instant talk.
Coach says back to one in the World Series. I had Blue Jays in 7. So I don't know baseball. I just said, hey, let's take the underdog at 7. So I might get lucky.
Whoever said work smarter, not harder, didn't realize you could do both. YouTube TV customers, don't miss what's coming to ABC and ESPN. Get the sports and shows you love back. Get ABC and
ESPN Bet. Act now with KeepMyNetworks.com.
Man.
Epic. It's Rock and Roll Hall of Fame night on Dancing with the Stars. Yes, Judge. Play.
You are fire. Plus, team dances are back with a twist.
Let's go. Watch it go. Rock. Thunder and lightning.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame night on Dancing with the Stars. Live Tuesday on ABC and Disney Plus. Next day on Hulu.
So quick, we'll let my students take some stamina after ripping it up. A lot of them last night high range. Another big night out at the Inland Stadium. Got their defense come up with a stop. Oklahoma in field goal range.
Come on.
To make it a two-possession game here. Needs 7 to move to 6. It's here. Does not want to take a loss, but that's
Oh, that's a big sack for Tennessee. Might put them outside of field goal range.
It's a good biscuit. Takes that down, has good field goal range. Never want to take a sack on 37 in French field goal range.
Stephen Beek. I'm going to put this in the chat. Stephen Beek's got a video. Auburn fans celebrating with Kentucky fans. So that because Hugh Freeze getting fired. Oh, for some reason only YouTube folks can see that. It's weird. Check out Stephen Peek's field goal. Oh, he snuck it in. Snuck her in there.
Start tonight. Yeah, man, he is. I'll tell you what. He can wear whatever pants he wants. Just enough leg to get that over. When you're drilling these 50 plus every time he's out there.
It's crazy.
It's a 6-point game. Now you make it a 2-possession game. Yeah, I did another one. What can I tell you? Laugh at my short. They're just going to keep bottom field goal. That was huge. They moved it 38 yards. The sack doesn't cost them. But if he lost another yard, it might have been short. That was so close.
So I keep asking. I asked, but I didn't get a response. What does this mean? Stoops wins going into Florida. We lose against Florida at home. Still can get an SEC win at home. Now all of a sudden he's back to being fired. He wins that game. He's back next season. Does it? What is the outcome? I think if he beats Florida and Louisville, he's back next year. I unfortunately think that means we lose some of this roster we really like, i.e. quarterback and some of these freshman receivers. I just don't know if they're going to be excited to come back and play. One for Stoops or Buchanan. And if he goes finds a new OC and got to learn a whole new system, like it's not ideal either. I will say, as much as I dislike Buchanan as an OC, he has been able to develop Cutter over the season. Cutter has progressed, and I don't think that's just absent of coaching. I think that 100% has to do with what Bush and Hartline are doing with him. Aguilar looking rough. It means fire Mark Stoops. They can't change anything. Look at the score. Look at the. Yeah, Kate. I don't disagree with you. Like I said, it's a little tongue in cheek. Seeing Mark Stoops emotional on that, I bet the locker room is going to be going off. I've said it in the last couple shows. Even with the whole fire Stoops, and I've been asked the question, how do I think the locker room is? Never once in any of these games. Well, that's PI. Yeah, you got to get a flag there. Joey Aguilar got bailed out. But like the boys have never stopped playing for Stoops. It's effort at 100% on defense, offensive side, every single time. It's situational football coaching that has killed us. We saw today Cutter put the ball in some bad situations, made some bad reads, but that's going to happen with a freshman QB. He's growing, but he's also made some incredible throws and plays with his legs to help us win ball games. So, like, the team is playing for Stoops, but I do agree with you that nothing has changed. We win the game, but we went ugly. We can't win too many ball games that way. We'll be one SEC win, two SEC wins consistently with this kind of style of play. But the wild card here is Mitch Barnhart and him not being able to see that. But who knows? We'll see. Like I said, Florida's tough. I picked that as a loss beginning of the season, even with my 8-4 prediction. What a ball by Joey. Because I just thought DJ Lagway was a guy. He's not a guy. But the defense is very good, even better than I thought. See what Davo thinks. Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. Yeah, but I don't disagree with you. I think he is lucky enough and gets to retire next year or step away, and but that's the other thing. If I was Mitch, like I don't understand. I wish someone would, like someone in his crew, right, would be like, hey, we all know that this contract extension you gave Stoops was a terrible deal, like unprecedented, massive buyout within a short window. It was a terrible deal. Like, everybody knows that, but you can make that right by firing him. We got the money. You come to some sort of agreement on the terms, and then you go and make a hire that's going to advance Kentucky football like you do with basketball. And then you can kind of sail off into the sunset in your last year here, and people still think you did good for the university instead of holding on to this guy that brings no excitement to the team. No one's going to be excited to renew season tickets and pay these ridiculous prices for tailgates next season with Mark Stoops and Bush Hamden on the sidelines, or Bush Hamden in the booth because he's allergic to the sideline.
Wants to make sure he's got the right call, going to make some adjustments, bring in some personnel in, which means OU can counter and take their time making their own substitutions. So a tempo offense, slowing things down just to make sure they got the right call here.
I will say I'm not – the 10th year win seems ugly, and it was ugly football. But knowing that the Auburn offense was struggling and the defense was there, I mean, we turned the ball over twice, both times by bad decisions on Cutter. Now, fourth quarter situational football with 2 minutes left, questionable by Bush Hamden. But ultimately, he called a pretty decent game up until that point. So it's like I'm not super concerned with the 10-3 win. You knew they were going to be a terrible they were going to be a bad offense. They didn't have a quarterback. If you have two quarterbacks, you have no quarterbacks, and Hugh Freeze couldn't just figure out which one he wanted to go with. So you knew you didn't have to score a lot of points. You just had to control time possession, control the field, and you had a good chance of winning that ball game. Make a couple plays, get in the end zone, and we did that. And arguably, it should have been at least 13-10 if Cutter doesn't turn that ball over before the half, and we go down there and get a field goal out of that big fourth down stop from the defense. So not super concerned with the 10-3 win, but do agree with all parties in the chat saying that it's ugly football, it's Mark Stoops football, and if we continue with that next year, it's probably going to result in the same sub 500 season. Let's put this up here. Celine, I see you. We got you. On here next week, hopefully. Cade Brady, appreciate the follow, bro. If you want to go over to Heavy Pour Sports on the TikTok and give that a follow, would super appreciate it.
Real strength isn't pushing through pain, it's treating it. When there's no pain, there's more gain. Advil targets pain caused by inflammation for fast, quick relief. Advil, that's real strength.
John, they say with Lavazza.
I'm in a battle right now about going back home for the Florida game. I might lose that one. Probably going to lose that one, but I'm trying.
Enjoy the pleasure of a masterfully crafted coffee and feel like an Italian barista.
I can't believe today. I didn't think Auburn had a single chance to win this ball game.
I need that one. That is my G flat.
But they got the upper hand at the moment.
Is presented by Capital One. What's in your wallet? Well, final 8-12, whether you're ringside or up in a Goodyear blimp view, it's been a compelling one. Aerial coverage, we appreciate Goodyear. Tried, tested, proven legendary. So off the timeout by Heupel, a fourth down.
Selena, if you're still watching,
Gotta get something out of this drive.
I see it on here. Auburn offense is horrible. Still don't have faith in Mark Stoops. But what do you think that does? So you send him a week, send him to next season. TBD on what Florida, Louisville, Vandy look like. Tennessee Tech potentially look like. Golly, because but what we've seen from this team of late, you're gonna have to. I'd be shocked if we somehow lost I understand a good team in their division of college football, but still a different level. You come up here. Oh wow! Tennessee fans, like, what in the world? It bounced off number 3 shoulder pads. What this Tennessee guy? I mean, yeah, but it hits you right in the hands, bud. It hits you in the face mask. Worse. How do you drop that ball? D1 SEC athlete. I most like you. Oh my goodness gracious. That's a killer for Tennessee. Absolute killer. I bet Juice or none of the Tennessee folks are on this right now. They are sweating it. And if I get to come on next week's show, being the only party with a W, I'm gonna be real fucking loud. Real loud. It's gonna be phenomenal. Phenomenal. First down. Man. And just like I talked about Texas, I don't know if you saw the tweet. Could you imagine if we actually, we should have won that game against Texas? Like, Texas would have already been out of the college football playoff, SEC championship scene. Sark, based off of what happened previously, may not even survive that weekend. At least the talks are getting super loud about firing him. They win that game they should have lost. And now they start turning it around. Arch Manning, Cutter Bully seemingly unlocked Arch Manning because he got outplayed that game, and now Arch has been playing pretty damn well. And now they're in the hunt for SEC championship playoff. Oklahoma holds this one out. They're in the hunt again with only 2 losses in the SEC, depending on what happens the rest. It's really going to be TAMU and at the top there. If they can hold out, they're in it pretty easily, and we'll see what Georgia. Well, Bama's undefeated too, so it's really TAMU and Bama. Wow, Aguilar's got 322 turnovers. Talk about that on the show too with the Tennessee boys. It's like Aguilar can't keep putting the ball in dangerous situations and turning the ball over. That's going to kill him in this game. And seemingly, it has. Yeah, Cade. It's different in basketball because you can take some losses, but think about how crazy the SEC was in basketball last year with, teams that weren't ranked getting wins, and, Vandy getting wins against Tennessee and Kentucky, who, were 2 and 3 seeds in the tournament. SEC is dominating at all levels. Big Ten's pretty close. You look at what they're doing. Big Ten's close in football. But yeah, the SEC is tough. And the ACC had a shot of getting multiple teams in, but Miami shit in the bed late. Florida State came out big against Alabama. Norvell, I don't know how you bring him back next year. And then really it was Georgia Tech that seemed head and shoulders above everybody. And then if last time I saw the score, I don't know if they would have been able to come back against NC State down 11 with 5 left, but they were losing too. So everybody really's got 3 losses there. Or I'm sorry, you got 3 teams with 1 loss, I believe. Oh, Tennessee with the pick. What a play, man. Game-changing play. Wow. That's massive. That is massive. Coach, it's a good photo. I gotta see if I can find it. Check this out. Y'all see that? No, actually, I'll just post it. Mitch Barnhart.
The burning, itching pain of moderate to severe plaque psoriasis shouldn't hold.
I sent it out there. Check it out.
Imagine being a million miles away.
What's it?
With Tremfya, clear skin is possible.
So it might be a little too little, or too little, too late from Tennessee. We'll see. 26-17, down 9. Yeah, 2-score game. Gotta get points here quickly.
Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away.
The World Series look like. I feel like that's where my attention should be right now. It's not a big baseball guy. YouTube TV has the audacity to ask me if I want to pay for a Sunday ticket when I log in. I ain't paying for another month of your shit service. All right, here we go. Got it on there. See how we're doing on the X. Oh, shout out to everybody listening. Appreciate it. Solo by myself. My teammates left me today. Just kidding, Selena. And Tennessee fans hurt right now, but appreciate everybody hanging on with me. I'll probably roll this through the end of the Tennessee game and then go check out this Utah-Cincinnati game and log off. What'll be top of the ninth? So this is it. This is the World Series right here. Who's on deck?
Popeye's $6 big box is back. 2 pieces of signature chicken or 3 tenders. 2 sides and biscuit. 1 very happy customer. Make Thanksgiving easy and delicious with Popeye's Cajun style turkey. Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Predator Badlands. Indies November 7th. Rated PG-13.
Takeaway by Tennessee's defense has kept hope alive with a comeback here. Now the Volunteers from the 45 to first down.
That ain't gonna do it. Tennessee.
Slung down here the last minute by Almacigo.
The real urgency right now from this offense. They got to pick up the pace.
Riley Rock, my God. Thank you for the follow. Thank you so much. Joe, you better do some of that football. That ain't. Oh. That was a hell of a football play, Joey. Top of the 8th, 1 out. Two big plays from Tennessee.
Here. Hold on to those 2 timeouts.
Play fake. That time the pass rush is picked up, and he flips it short. And Bishop.
Another first down, Tennessee. Get down, Bishop. I don't know why. Act like I care if Tennessee wins.
With this soft zone coverage, you got to rely on your backs to be able to make a lot of yards after these catches, and that's what we've been able to see.
They check it out inside too, so the clock did move there. Still got to be urgent. Take it down there.
Before they get to the 2-minute timeout, you need 3 stoppages on the back end of the 2-minute timeout. I consider kicking a field goal right now. You need 2 possessions here to have a chance.
Aguilar, thought about looking at the end zone. Now just takes off and using up some time for a short game. Knocked out 14.
I'm ready to kick a field goal here. Again, it's not just about playing.
I ain't kicking a field goal here, man. He wants to score a touchdown.
If you kick a field goal or you get the points that you need, you have 3 stoppages on the back end. Oklahoma's going to probably run it 3 straight times. You get 3
What's up, boy?
You get 2 timeouts and 2-minute warnings, and you can get the football back.
Getting dessert.
Well, it's the 2-minute time. Coaches are just kind of loath to do that. You see it sometimes in the NFL. Take the 3, kick it off, try to get the stop.
What's up, buddy? I can hear you, dude. No. Do I need to be muted? What's up? You see Kentucky won? Really? They'll be so surprised. Yep.
That's not me talking. That's the scoreboard. Just the fastest, most reliable network. Is that right, Graham?
I'm looking at some of these stats from Otani. This dude is wild.
Strong signal, nothing better.
The finest luxury fragrances are now exclusively available at your local store. Unstoppables unlimited collection makes everything smell like a kick.
Well, baseball guys, does that count as a home run if that fan just snatched it out of the sky like that? Did that actually make it to the fence? The fan snatches it like that before it gets over. I'm not a baseball dude, so don't judge me. I don't know. Maybe it already had gotten to the fence, but that fan like reached over the wall there to get that ball.
To help keep them looking great, feeling confident, and ready to be their best. Get Cintas. And get ready for the
They ain't showing a replay of it.
Fighting through forms where your car insurance rates can take forever. Count on Into a Credit Card to show you personalized rates from top
Oh, Kate said, yeah, it counts. Oh, here we go. Replay. Boom. I don't care what his reaction is. Well, his Fatso's reaction. Show me this. Yeah. Oh, that might have already. I guess the look like with that bullpen is already there. You know, big. I'm out here in Cali, so they're Dodgers fans all over the place. So I know they're loving that. I'm kind of rooting for the underdog here. Maybe, I don't know. Does this make me like less American if I'm cheering for a Canadian team? But I don't think there's like many. There can't be very many Canadians on the team. Mostly.
Insurance wizard, first letter G. What, you just wish to Geico for car insurance? Did exactly what you needed? Friendly people at Geico want it.
I think Freddie Freeman is Canadian, so he's on the Dodgers. If a fan reaches and grabs it, it's a home run if in play. There you go. Well, if that was a Blue Jays fan, his ass get thrown out. They might have already been a home run. That they look like it might have there been another fence in front of it, but if he snatched that thing out of the park as a Blue Jays fan, he's not gonna be invited back. It's probably on X already. Touchdown, Tennessee. Two timeouts, 1:56 left. There is life. 4 balls, fans.
They chose not to do it, but it was important. Having taken this path to score right away.
They scored in a hurry, and up your receiver coming into your street to the far left. Sets a really nice stand at the top of that route, and look at that throw. He threw it where his guy can make a play, put it up high, secure it to the touchdown.
He has a hell of a ball.
Before the 2-minute timeout, and then kick off, and then Oklahoma's going to probably run it 3 straight times, and then you would have the 2-minute timeout.
Kate, you're in the chat, man. Where are you from? We're in the Commonwealth. Do you reside? Extra points if it's Madison County, Richmond, Kentucky. Shout out.
Auburn is out there. Obama leaning forward, anticipating the potential for an onside kick. Yeah, not much of a run up. They're going to move more folks over to the left side. Free snap adjustment here.
Oh, living in old Tejas. Okay. Oh. Yeah, have not lived in Kentucky since '09 when I went down south to Tampa. Oh, man. You got to hit him, though. If he's going to take the ball, you can't just run past the ball. You got to smack him, try to draw that ball loose.
Tennessee can stop it twice. You can do the math.
Okay, are you in Houston? You got to go catch Reed playing if you're close. Or San Antonio, wait for him to come to San Antonio and go see Wemby play. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, just go down. Oh, wait, you got in the end zone, dude. I don't. Yeah, I don't know. You can't really see it because of his arm, but he might have scored that. I don't think it matters. He ain't getting down there and scoring. Again, he's short. He is short. Wow. Yo, Tennessee fans are going to be so pissed, and I'm going to be so excited next week to jump on here and talk to the fellas about it. I mean, it's still game over. They don't have enough timeouts. And who cares? If you're watching this Tennessee-Oklahoma game now, if I'm playing college ball, there is zero chance I'm not scoring a touchdown. I'm getting in the end zone, boy. Oh, the over would have hit if he scored the touchdown. There's some gamblers out there like, you better score, bub. Man, ball's already over the goal line. Oh, yeah, Kate. I was watching the Georgia game. I watch most Georgia games. The wife's side of the family from Georgia. Father-in-law went there, ran track there, so we stay closely engaged to Georgia football. So I saw that. I'm a big Kirby Smart fan. You'll see a lot of my tweets following Kirby Smart. And excuse me. Wishing we had some coaching like that. He's a all-time great. And I was in Lexington last year for the Georgia game. Had the family. I was in Kentucky gear. My pops was there, and then wife and kid were rocking their Georgia gear. We thought we were gonna pull that one out, send them home sad, but it was probably for the best. Mom and son happy. Wow, Tennessee fans dipping out already. They've given up.
Chris Kirk was there for game day this morning, reminding our audience Cincinnati, Utah in the second quarter over on ESPN. With Sean Parker to the house.
Yo, Utah has completely transitioned how they play football. Athletic quarterback running Wildcat offense. They defense is still always good, but hey, Kentucky ran a little Wildcat today. If you saw it with Seth, fake pitch to Cutter coming out. Of course, if you run Wildcat, I don't know why you got Cutter Bully in the game unless you trying to run some super trickery stuff like have some numbers to your advantage. 11-on-11 football, get an extra hat on a blocker. That's the advantage of Wildcat football. But we're seeing some things we don't normally see, so can't complain about that. Yep. Is there any magic left in Tennessee? But it don't. I mean, yeah, scoring onside kicks. You don't have enough timeouts to do anything.
What's in your wallet? So after there's a dead ball face mask penalty in Oklahoma, which will improve Tennessee's field position. What do you guilty? It's going to take absolute miracle to avoid a nightmare of dealing for the home team. Oklahoma now 11 penalties, over 100 yards.
I just saw that West Virginia beat Houston. In what world did you think in 2025 we'd see Rich Rod back at West Virginia and Bobby Petrino back at Arkansas as the head coaches? And we have rolled back in time. It's like Y2K all over again. Check down ain't going to do nothing for you. That was a big gain, but Joey just kind of padding his stats here. Blue Jays got one on, one out.
Stoppage of the clock for the first down again. 107 counting. Now he's going to look farther down.
Oh. That would have been a touchdown if he catches that football.
I don't know if the defender may have blocked his view from being able to make this catch, but that ball hits him right on the hands. Kendall Daniels almost gets a hand on it.
Yeesh. Yeesh. Got to make that catch.
You're right. Bass got a couple touchdowns tonight. With a drop in Tennessee among the national leaders in drops this season. That was a big one. Needed that.
All right, Joe. If you keep staying with me, I'll stay on. Oh. I was almost picked.
So they've been playing zone with this lead, and then this time Venables goes back to what he was doing when the game was in question, which is a lot of pressure, a lot of outside pressure from the linebackers.
Snell on the mound to close this thing out. Didn't he start in game 4? It's an interesting move. You asking for a PI call, Matthews? You pushed him just as much as he did.
It's been smart last 2 plays. Instead of just letting him sit back there and have all kinds of time to throw the football, they brought pressure. They're not happy, Kirk. They kick a field goal here. Yeah.
Field goal and onside kick here.
Headed back to a 6-point game. This is a long distance one. 48 for Gilbert, 45 earlier. Missed a shorter one. 37.
Okay, it's a good question. I think the defense is definitely better. What Brian Hartline has done with the offense coming in as the new OC, I think, is impressive. But yeah, I mean, defense is better, and they were really good last year. The offense looks better, but I think the level of play that they've had, Texas with the first game of the season, but they didn't look great there. They haven't really played much. We'll see if they beat Michigan this year, which I think was the real basis of your question. But unfortunately, this game today against Penn State, you thought was going to be a super important game, and it turned out, it was meaningless. But I mean, I think they gotta be, and they are the odds-on favorite to win the national championship. They're going to have an easy path to get there, unless they lose against Michigan. I would think even a Big Ten title loss, whoever they play against, would still probably, the way things are right now, get them a 1 or 2 seed. So we will see. I'm rooting against it, but I also wouldn't, Will Stein, top of my list for a head coach. Brian Hartline would be a great secondary option as well. Great secondary option, what he has done. And if you saw Urban Meyer's comments, he was asked about him coming out of retirement to coach, and he said basically hell no, but said, hey, I think Hartline is ready for the job, ready for a head coach job.
Alabama, by the way, we'll remember what happened last year when Oklahoma ruined their playoff chance. They lost 24-3, embarrassment in Norman, and that basically cost Alabama a playoff bid. So plenty of motivation for the Crimson Tide in the rematch in a couple of weeks. And they get the hot pass. You just go 10 yards, and Oklahoma recovers.
That's ball game. That's ball game in Neyland. Wow. So is it crazy? Like, I mean, so if you're connecting the dots here, obviously Will Stein's connection to Kentucky are obvious. You got Mike Hartline graduated from Kentucky. Brian Hartline, his brother, over there at Ohio State, seemingly ready for a head coach job. At least can put a great offense together. I think Jeff Brom stays in Louisville. I don't think they let him leave, especially if he makes the ACC championship game and the playoff. Don't know how you don't extend him, give him 8-ish, $9 million plus incentives, yada, 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 to stay, right? And he's played QB. Like, it makes sense for him to want to stay there, hometown guy. If Brom leaves and we lose on Stein, Summerall goes to LSU, and we actually, this is assuming we pull the trigger on Stoops. Do you get Brian Hartline to come down? He's got Mike on staff. Keep Cutter Boley around. Keep some of the offensive weapons, because he shows, like, hey, look at the film. Like, I can get this offense clicking. I can do some things. I can use you as a Smith type. Like, you can be this guy who is a top receiver in the Big Ten #1 draft pick. Like, I can make you, Miller, look like this. I think it's intriguing for sure, and I wouldn't be mad about it. My 3 that I put out there of who I wanted was Summerall, Stein, and Hartline, and the gap in my mind between Stein and Hartline is closing very quickly.
So many connections here. I believe Venables go back and forth. Sheer Oklahoma roots. It's a painful loss for
But man,
on the road a year ago, and now it's Oklahoma who
Tennessee down.
Tennessee's chances of getting back in the bracket. Let's go to Holly.
This is a stat. It had been 399 days since Kentucky won an SEC football game. Kept it under 400. Yeah. I gotta tell you, I'm gonna close it out. I see more connection with Heartline Kentucky than I do with Stein. Might be ignorant, but I mean, Heartline was a hot name for OC. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Say I would say more. Stein being a Kentucky guy fan. I even think if I remember, I thought I read somewhere like his family has a business in Lexington. His sister and mom have so he's got reasons to come back. Family, at least regardless, I'm pretty sure family still lives there in the area. I mean, he played QB for Louisville, obviously, but Rich Brooks, Oregon coach. He's out and now Stein's Oregon OC. They've been seen together, chatting it up, chopping it up, having a good time. And a small caveat, kind of funny, probably doesn't mean anything, but Rich Brooks played at Oregon State and then went and coached at rival Oregon. So it's like, I don't know, we're stretching things out here, but like we're connecting it. Oh, daggum, I thought Toronto just walked it off. That was close. That was close. I gotta watch it. If you're watching baseball, watch this right here. Boom. Oh, he had his. His foot came off the bag for a second. I think he barely got it back down. He got it back down. Yeesh! Baseball game of inches too. Well, I'll finish my statement here. Like I think that you can find parallels for both sides. And to be honest, I don't know. I wouldn't be upset with either one of them. I think both of them can be special. I like Hartline. He's all tatted up, yoked up, right? Shows me some discipline, right? Football coach, OC of Ohio State. He's busy, still in there grinding. And look, like I said, tattoos look super sweet. So he gets a little bump there too, for me at least. Yeah, I think either one would be good. But again, it doesn't matter. Let's miss pulls the trigger. And if we get a Florida win, we get a Vandy win, and somehow we run the table, Stoops is back next year. Like no one's excited about it, but I think we have to just go ahead and accept that. Do I think that's likely? I do not. But we shall see. Let's see if this thing goes to extras before I close it out. 2 outs. This last guy at bat here, he raked it. Oh my God! What a play! Is baseball exciting all of a sudden? Holy shoot! What a play! Running into each other. Wow. All right, I'm going to transition over to baseball here. Put in the chat if we want to watch baseball together. Or are we going to log off? You let me know. I'm not a baseball guy, so I have no idea what I'm talking about. So you're going to have to help me out with this one. We got like 400-ish people on here, so I'll roll with it if we want to roll with it. I got nothing else to do. I will have to go get another drink, though, for watching baseball. No, just enough to be dangerous. I need coach on here. Actual baseball coach. Shoot him a text. Let's see. So I'm out of here. I was just dogging on YouTube TV, but now I got to get back into YouTube TV to. I wonder if it's like, so obviously, unless you were paying for the ESPN app, maybe folks went in there and bought it. I think a lot of folks were upset. I wonder how much. I mean, it's this Game 7 World Series, so there's a lot of baseball fans out there, a lot of Dodgers fans out there. And then you got probably most of Canada watching this thing. But I imagine there's some they're at least gonna bump these numbers up with some strays football fans that were like, I got baseball on. Hey, Ogball, what's up, dude? Shout out, buddy. Hey, Bobby Petrino, that's your guy. I was just talking about. If you just jump on here, what world did you think we'd have Rich Rodriguez and Bobby Petrino back coaching for Arkansas and West Virginia in 2025? My God. Hey, Coach, what's up, brother?
What's going on, man?
How did we get here? We are full on baseball. Baseball is exciting all of a sudden. What a catch there! I thought the game was over right there. No way he's tracking that thing.
First of all, there's not a greater sport in the world than baseball because you can't run the clock out. You can't hold the ball. You got to get 27 outs. No matter what, you have to get all 27. And the closer gave up the big home run in the ninth, and then the Dodgers made a couple nice defensive plays there. I really thought the play at home when he stumbled, I figured it was over with. It made a great throw.
Yeah, and then I was looking at it. I didn't think Will Smith got his cleat back on the bag, but he did.
Yeah, he did, and then the catch was unreal, and then to take out his buddy. I mean, that's a guy that just came in the game too. So, this thing may go on for a while. And what was really bad is I grew up of course, I'm a Yankee fan. I grew up a massive Don Mattingly fan, and there was one out in the ninth inning, and I literally have it in my saved tweets. I was typing up a congratulatory that my captain, Don Mattingly, after 40 years, wins his first World Series ring, and then boom, they hit a home run. And I just had to save it and put it in my saved tweets.
He's he's a hitting coach or something for him?
He's a bench coach for the Blue Jays, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So but
I mean, to be honest, I took the Blue Jays in 7 just because, the underdog and why not. But after the 18 inning game, Freddie Freeman walks it off. I was like, and then they got to go back. Ohtani's pitching. I was like, there's zero chance Blue Jays are in this game. I was shocked that they not only won that game, but won back-to-back games to have the advantage like they did.
Yeah, I mean, it shows a lot of mental fortitude and for them to come back and do it after losing in 18 innings. And I want to see the Blue Jays win. I mean, the two teams I hate worse are the Dodgers and the Red Sox. I mean, I'd rather see Hamas, Iran, and North Korea win a World Series before I'd rather see the Dodgers win one.
Yeah, it's I mean, are we getting how many you might, I don't know if you know off the top of your head. So Game 7 extra innings. You know what the record is for that?
I'd have to look in Game 7. I'm not off the top of my head. I don't know it. I mean, I know there's been a couple. The famous one where the Minnesota, beat the Braves 1-0 in extra innings with Jack Morris and John Smoltz. Back in '87. I believe it was 91. I'm sorry, 91. But I don't know what the record is for most innings played in a Game 7 is off the top of my head.
I'm getting on the Google right now. Let's see. The longest Game 7 World Series history was in 1924 when the Washington Senators beat the New York Giants 4-3 in 12 innings. I would not be surprised this thing gets to 13 innings.
I mean, it's got who knows how long it can go. I mean, it'll probably take somebody hitting a home run. Somebody will walk this thing off with a big home run, more than likely.
Do they pitch to Ohtani when he comes back around? If he gets there, there's no way.
Depends on the
There's no way.
It depends on the situation. I mean, I mean, they pitched to him with a tie ball game in the ninth after after the 9-hole hitter Rojas hit the home run. They pitched to him. Now finally just missed hitting back to back, but a lot of it would depend on the situation. This is a big walk here
I was
because
shocked. Yeah.
I was going to say
Yeah.
because you
What
got
Mookie?
Mookie, you got Betts on now with the reliever in that doesn't hold runners very well. So I would not be surprised to see Bet at some point in this at bat try to steal that base.
Yeah. Getting scoring position. I was
Yep.
surprised in that game 3. They walked. I think it was they walked Otani and Mookie Betts. Was it or back to back to load the bases? And I mean they got to
Yeah.
have that jam, but I was surprised they did that. And then I did not know until I watched that game that Kershaw had such a they put him in the game. I thought, the big arm's coming in, and I didn't realize he had such a big, massive drop off that he was
Oh
he
yeah.
was lucky to
Yeah.
get out of that inning. They were talking about it as like like we don't want to put this guy in this situation. I was like, I thought this was like the dude a couple years ago.
Well, I mean, he was, but he's also going in his 18th, 19th, 20th major league season. I mean, he's he's at the very. I mean, he's not at the back end of his career. His career is done after this year, and it was just to get. He did get him out of a
Yeah.
jam though, and got a big strikeout. But
Yeah, I guess it's I can't. I'm definitely not talking any junk because I'm not a baseball guy. I've never been in that situation. And I, even in the best situation, you give me 10 pitches, I'm not making contact with any of them. But that pitch he threw there and that 3-2 count was so high out of the zone. I couldn't believe that guy swung at it. But
yeah, it was. It was not a good at bat. It was not a good at bat at all at that time. He had made up his mind he was going to cut it loose. I mean, I got to ask you, it's a big win by the Cats tonight, 10-3. I mean, Auburn looked like maybe the worst offensive team in the history of football. Both teams kind of made Iowa look like a juggernaut, but it's gonna save. Listen, what's going to end up happening is they're going to find a way to win 5 games, and then Mitch is going to bring Stoops back.
You think? I don't. Yeah. Did you watch the Florida Gator game today?
I watched bits and pieces of it. I've been kind of flipping around all day, and then UK and the World Series I had on side by side. So I mean, Florida looked pretty good. I mean, once again, Georgia may be the luckiest team in college football.
Yeah, they are finding ways to win games ugly. But this kid that they have on his last name's Ball. They are feeding him and taking the ball out of DJ Lagway's hands, and he is special, man. He can catch the ball too at the backfield, so they're making things easy for DJ. Now DJ is missing easy throws, so I think if we pressure him, similar like we did Arch, similar like we did today with either quarterback out of Auburn, that he's not going to be comfortable. Now he's way more dynamic. Lenora Sellers made us look silly, so like we have to be careful there. But Florida looked like a much better team. And their defense is going to be the best we play all season, including Texas, I think. But I don't know. I think that game's more winnable. At the beginning of the season, that was one of my 4 losses. And now I almost feel like we have more of a chance to win that game. The new coach bump has died, right? So like they ran that new coach high against Georgia. Now it's going to come to Kentucky. And also, I think this win against Auburn brings fans to the stadium, right? I think that stadium would have been empty if we lose this game and you still bring back Stoops. Now you're definitely bringing back Stoops and you won a ball game against the Florida rivalry. I think that brings fans there.
Probably so. I think if you go back whenever you and I and Selena did it, I think I had Auburn on the road as a win of the 4 wins. But I mean, if you think about it, I just feel like all he has to do is get a win either against Florida, either against Vandy or Louisville, and you get to 5 and 7, and he'll be back, and it'll be the work. I mean, listen, you know how I feel. I'm not a Stoops guy at all. I fired him last year. I think tonight's win may come. I think 3 years from now we'll look back and see tonight's win was one of the worst things that ever happened to UK football.
Yeah, no, it's potentially. I will say I don't know if you saw the prep, and you did see it. You were saw my comment. It did make me feel a certain way, with our history with Stoops and how emotional he was. Like we have talked about like this dude, skipping radio shows. He doesn't care, yada, yada, yada. That showed me he cares. Now,
Hold on. He cares he's getting paid $9.5 million for he gets
I
$3
know
million a win. Come on now. Don't give me that. I don't buy that stuff.
But
He's not,
I buy it now. I don't. Now you still have to perform. Like, it doesn't say like you get an excuse. But I still like I buy the fact of like that win was emotional for him. Like it was. He wasn't just sitting here writing off saying like, okay, guess what? You have to pay me. I can suck regardless. That is the matter of fact is he can suck and we still have to pay him. Again, and doesn't that interview doesn't make me want to bring him back. It did make me feel a certain way of like, I've been really mean to this guy on the internet saying he sucks and he needs to get fired. Fatso needs to get fired because he doesn't care about football anymore. And I'm like, I need to walk that back a little bit and just let this thing play out and hope Mitch makes the right decision.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't
Call
see
me
it.
soft, Coach. Call me soft.
I've said all along. I think if they get to 5 wins, they probably bring him back, and it'll be a huge, massive mistake. And it can't until the Kentucky fan base demands more and doesn't be happy with 6-6 and going, as I've been saying, to the Husqvarna Poland Weed Eater Bowl, then they're going to keep it what it is, and then we're not going to be what we could be. We might as well go join the Sun Belt or something. I mean, I tweeted out today that I saw where they won the Sun Belt Conference in soccer. Maybe we can get traded to the Sun Belt or come out with a thing where we get to keep the SEC money but play a Sun Belt football conference schedule. I just think, and it has nothing to do. I mean, I want the players to play well and stuff, but I also want the program to move forward. And it's not going to move forward with Mark Stoops anymore at the head position. I think in today's age, I think 10 to 12 years, 10 to 11 years is about a max for any coach. I think you're seeing that now with Dabo Sweeney at Clemson. You saw this even with Saban. I think the job has become everything that becomes a football coach that you have to do now outside of coaching has made it where this is not a job you can do for 20 years at one place. You just can't. And, you're not going to have your rups that spend, 40 something years at one spot. And you're not going to have your Bob Knights at IU and your Coach Krzyzewski's. You're just not going to have that anymore. There's so much more you have to do now, and the pressure so much more. Like, it was funny. I was watching, one of the best 30 for 30s out there is the one on the Big East. If you've never seen the 30 for 30 on the them creating the Big East Football Conference and how the Big East with ESPN, when it was created in '79 and how that rose and the ESPN and being able to put those on a national market, like how all that came about. But what was really funny is in the 30 for 30, they're talking to Jim Boeheim from Syracuse, and they were talking about before that TV contract with the ESPN. Jim Boeheim was making $37,000 coaching Syracuse basketball. And so now it's just you're not going to have guys spend 40 years at a place. And I think you're looking at Stoops as what is he going on? This is year 13. They bring him back year 14. I just think every program needs a new, fresh voice after 10 to 11 years in today's age, and I just think it's time for the BBN to really change how we see. And he can make it out of this. Oh, he did. Oh, wow. It's just time to see how we see things. It should not be us going 6-6 or 7-5 and playing in some crappy bowl. That shouldn't be what this is all about anymore.
Yeah, no, I mean you're 100%, especially now in the college football playoff where these bowls mean so much less now. Like they
and they lean less in the aspect of one, your best players don't play anymore for a lot of places, and then two, I mean, why if we're going to pay these guys $22 million or whatever it is in salary and NIL and spend all this money, why shouldn't we demand more?
Yeah, 100% agree. And, and a lot of the fan base has already said, like, at first when the rev share split came out and it was pretty much right down the middle for football and basketball, there was some contention of like, hey, you got to give football more. It's the cash cow. It's the rosters are more expensive because there's more players. And then as the season went on and we were losing ball games in ugly ways and, improbable ways, like dominating Texas but still losing that game, the fans switched over and was like, all right, screw it. Give basketball $22 million. Well, I still think that's exaggerated, but like go give them all the money and let Pope go win a championship. I do so like they're gonna is Stoops going to get the same sort of support he got from donors and the university that he got the last 2 years to build these rosters? That was, last year was the Brock Vandegrift, Dane Key, keeping him, and we were going to be a playoff team, and that was a disaster. And this year was a top 10 transfer portal class, and that ended up being a disaster because the guys, if you look at the guys we chose over the guys we let walk, especially at quarterback, you're like, how did you miss so badly on the talent evaluation there? But long story short is I just don't know how. Go back on here. Let's get Coach on here. Hey, Coach. Yeah, so I was just talking about how the NIL and how potentially you're going to kind of starve Stoops next year if you're going to have to give money to Tyron Stokes and Ripley and yada yada, all these basketball guys and the football team can't win. You're probably not get the same support that Stoops got over the last 2 years because they've missed on talent evaluation. Brock Vandegrift was a 5-star quarterback from Georgia, but had an O-line who just couldn't support him. This year it was the O-line's better, but the quarterback that they chose over old boy who's at Duke right now, slinging it. Now Cutter Boley has saved them. I do wonder though. The writing on the wall says if Stoops and Bush are back, or even if just Stoops is back and we let go of Bush, Cutter is probably going to go shopping in the portal and more than likely is going to leave. I think he's playing well enough where some big time schools, especially since he was a big time recruit out of high school, are gonna want his services. So is it enough? We lost the Kentucky boy last year in Dan Keene in Nebraska. And now it's a bigger position at quarterback. Is it enough for Mitch Barnhart to be like, hey, I really can't lose Cutter Boley, highest touted recruit since Tim Couch, yada, yada. I can't lose him. And his family saying, and he's saying, his people are saying he's leaving if Stoops is back next year. Is that enough to push him out the door? Especially if donors like the Crafts and, and the Eric Mondays of the world are like, hey, I want Cutter back in this uniform. We need a new coach.
Yeah, it remains to be seen. I will say, you look at it. I know it came out where it was like most schools, what their football is getting 75%, and UK it was put out there that they were getting 65%.
Right? Or was it
65? 65. And if you're looking at it, that 10%, you're only probably talking about one or two players. But what most people don't realize when they talk about that is just from rev share. That doesn't count what you can do on NIL. It just has going forward. It's just supposed to be legitimate NIL, and so there's still other ways to do that. So I'm not that worried. Kentucky's in that place where you also have to compete with teams like St. John's and Duke and other places that are not either one don't have football, where they can spend even more on rev share than most of them on the basketball side. So, I mean, when we're talking about the 65% compared to the 75%, it's really not that big of a number. I mean, you're talking about a couple $100,000 there is what you're talking about. So, or maybe it's $1 million. Well, that's probably, 2 or 3 to 4 players, but there's other ways to make that up. So I'm not really that worried about it. But we'll see. I mean, I haven't, I don't know the ins and outs of what, Cutter Boley as far as what he's thinking or what his family is thinking. I've seen different reports, but you never know, that could be people with an agenda too. To me, it's just about, look at the program of where it's at, where it is, look at the difference in this day and age. This is not 1980s college football anymore. Like you don't have to settle for being a 6-6, 7-5 team the parity in college football is out there. But you have to buy into it. To me, it's you. I think you're seeing the move in all sports, basketball and football. You're seeing the changing of the guard. Guys like Saban, part of the reason he got out was because of NIL and the portal and everything that comes with that. You're seeing Dabo, his downfall at Clemson. And the guys that are being really successful in this are guys like you know, the Oregon coach and Missouri's coach has done a good job. It's the younger
Yeah.
guys that have bought into this. Pope is one on the basketball side. Look at the basketball people who are left. The older coaches who are left, and I just don't. I have never once been a Stoops fan. I've said all along I thought Stoops got his big contract on the back of Slarman and a very weakened SEC. If you look at what Tennessee was going through, what Georgia was going through, and we won a lot of our games and had some of the better years of Stoops years, it was a very, very weakened SEC that is no longer the case. And I think if Kentucky is wanting to move to take another step and get out of, hey, we're just happy being 6-6, 7-5, then they have to move on from Stoops. Now, whether or not they do or don't, I think I will say, I do think the win tonight has made it less likely that they get rid of him than that they do. That's just me.
I agree. I think if it's this win and the only other win is Tennessee Tech, I think we end up letting him go. If he somehow finds a way to beat Florida
I just think, I think he can get to 5-7 and he's back. I think Mitch, with the money that they'd have to pay him and everything that goes into it, I think 5-7. My own personal opinion, I think 5-7 would get him back. So I think you're looking at he has to beat one. If you want to take Tennessee Tech and call it a win, even though they are undefeated, but let's just say you call that a win. Well, there you're at 4. Now you have to beat Florida, Vandy, or Louisville, and you pick up one of those wins. And if it's Louisville, and let's say you go into that game at 4-7, and you beat Louisville at the end, and you knock them out of any playoff contention, and you win the Governor's Cup, I just can't see Mitch making a move.
Yeah, that's essentially. It wasn't as bad, but things were getting pretty loud. After all the Texas A&M drama, and then we had the Will Levis year, and then oh boy, Cohen leaves and then comes back. You have the Leary year, and things were getting really loud then. And he goes to Louisville, beats them, gets to a bowl game, and things kind of quieted down a little bit. I think if he loses Louisville there, I don't know. Last season might have been his last season. Might have been this loud, because of no bowl appearance, a sub 500 record. That win against Louisville, improbable win on the road there, I think saved him. But how are we doing on here? Getting into the 11th here. You got me locked in on baseball right now. But, well, hey, it was a big win for the Cats. As who knows what it means for the future. But it was one of those games where you couldn't cheer against them. Don't know that I was rooting for the win, but as we got close to that fourth quarter and it was possible, I think all of us, the fandom, turned right back on, and who knows what it means for Stoops. But to see Cutter get his first SEC win, that's big things. To see how excited those players were. They're in the locker room right now, and all the work they put in, all the fight they put in. Should have gotten a win at Texas. Don't get embarrassed at home against Tennessee, but then come out here and get a win on the road against a very good Auburn defense. Hey, good on the boys. Good on the boys. Let's go beat Florida. Again, who knows what's gonna happen with Stoops, but let's go beat Florida. F it. Let's go smack some Gators around and get back on the right side of that rivalry. Appreciate everybody hanging out with me tonight. It always means a lot. Thanks for the folks who follow along. Please go and subscribe to the Heavy Pour Sports YouTube channel. I'll put that stuff up right here. We're also on the TikTok, so you'll see some of my rants as of late after a happy hour show about Fire Stoops. Feel bad about those now after seeing old boy damn near cry on the sidelines, but you know, I had to get it out at that point. I think y'all echo those frustrations. So please follow the accounts. I appreciate it. Congratulations to the winner of the Shea jersey. That thing's going to go out next week. Release that. Stay tuned. We're going to have some more giveaways and whatnot. Some State Line Co gear and other giveaways as the basketball season starts. I got some jerseys hanging up that I think y'all will like. But as always, have your takes. Be as heavy as your pours. Go Cats. Peace.